Hey, my friends, this is Vineet, and today on HEXR interview, we have Naveen. Naveen Sharma from Amritsar. Naveen has graduated from the 10 weeks HEX intensive program and an amazing story of transformation. Welcome, Naveen, to HEXR interview. I'm so happy to host you here. And tell us, how's been your experience in the last 10 weeks?
Hello, Vinit. Thank you for inviting. It's been an amazing journey with Hex. I really enjoyed this process. I mean, hats off. This is what I would like to say. And it has given me what I wanted. So that's why I feel this is something which I did for me was the best thing that I could do. And so this has been an amazing journey. 10 weeks went off like whoosh, all gone. But with that, a lot of things gone, which are not required also. And I'm happy about that.
Wow, that's awesome, man. And I can see that trophy also. Naveen, you are an HC
Yes.
star, and really, this is so amazing to see. You have been always there in the batch, in the community. You have been in the top student and always a front bencher, always showing up, always doing the assignment, always almost leading and guiding the group. Tell us, what has been your top results after completion of this journey?
Uh, Let me boast about it. Like I'm really happy to say that my body has shaped into right shape. I mean, it has gone into the right shape. It was like a Coca-Cola bottle. Now it is like really the perfect shape, I would say. And yes, results have to come further. I mean, I'll keep doing it because that is what I've learned from this is to maintain it. Now, this is the next step. But to getting into the shape was the important part, which I have got into now, and that's quite visible. And I'm really happy about it. You know, things have moved. The best part is my daughter always used to, snug me like a teddy bear, always. So she wanted me to go to the college, meet her friends, but she was like skeptical kind of कि नहीं यार पापा काफी थोड़े hefty दिखते हैं तो you know how it does. So I said no, let me show you something which will be different than what you think. And this time when we met, I mean, I usually meet my family after 3 months or so. And she was like, wow, what has happened? I want you to come and tell my friends that it's possible at this age as well. I said, yes, commitment ho, acha coach ho, it happens. You can definitely do it. And this is what I would like to convey. It has happened.
Wow.
And it's visible. Like I don't have to tell people to look at me. They see and ask, "Kya ho raha hai? Kya kar rahe ho?" And where is this energy coming from? Like you're glowing. Things have changed. Your brightness is there. You are like fully energized. So
That's
dieting में
amazing.
सुना है कि बहुत कुछ करते तो dieting वाइटिंग तो नहीं कर रहे हैं. I said no, there's no dieting. What is dieting? But
Really.
doing something which is important to my life, and I'm changing my life. That's what is the process.
That's amazing to
That's
hear. So let's talk about your results. Like, yeah, tell us more about in terms of your weight loss, inch loss, or any of the other parameters, your energy, vitality score. Tell us everything about your results.
Yeah, I would like to first say this. I belong to a northern part of India, so my bone density is definitely high. So I did not talk much about the weight loss because I remember about 3-4 years back, I was into the similar kind of thing where weight reduction was what I was looking at. But it used to get plateaued at 93. And then I got a feedback from my family physician. He said कि तुम्हारी bones इतनी heavy हैं कि तुम weight कम ही नहीं कर पाओगे. So I said, okay, then there should be some other way out. And in this process, which I followed through Hex Intensive, I have got into shape. I've lost inches. So weight is also there. Weight loss is also. It is not plateaued at 93. Now it is below 89. Today I am 87.7.
Wow.
So I moved from 106 to 87.7. This is what I would say.
Wow. Awesome.
And when I actually started the program, Vinay, I remember in February when you said, तुम आओगे तो then you'll remember कि हाँ तुमने ये अच्छा काम किया है. And I said yes. By the time I rejoin, I mean I actually get into this program of 10 weeks, I will be definitely down by some number. And in February I was 106. I did the initial webinar with you for 7 days,
Right.
and then that is what struck my head कि नहीं करना तो है ही, and this is the way out.
Right.
And if you see, it is like more than 17 kgs down.
Wow.
with this whole process. And this is amazing. I mean, it is not stopped at 93. It has gone down 93, which makes me really happy. कि अगर वो नीचे जा रहा है तो और भी नीचे होगा. And shape, of course, 46 inch से 38 की कमर आ गई है. So what else you need? My shirts are becoming like baggies. I had to during the process I had to change the wardrobe twice. So
Wow.
this is amazing result. My vitality score initially was about 4, and it is 7.75. And I think if we check it in another week's time, it should be about 9. This is where it is going to, and 10 is not a far number. It's just there. I'm just going to hit it. And of course, B12 has come to normal. D3 I think should be very clear. It should also be normal. And
Your HbA1c?
HbA1c, yes, it has drastically reduced from 6.3 to 5.8, and I think I'm going to challenge the lab people. It should be below 5.5. So this is how the result is. Yeah, and that's amazing. I mean, and my energy level, you can see, I'm right now talking, and I can be like this. I'm like this throughout the day.
Wow.
In fact, yes, one more thing which I would definitely like to add here is, I always used to feel कि मेरा sleep less है, but that's how it has been. But after this, now I still feel कि यार, even short naps are good enough to give that full energy. So sleep, though it has reduced, but the energy loss is not there. Energy is always there. So
Awesome.
that's the result. Amazing result.
These are really mind-blowing results. Now, tell us, Naveen, what. So yes, you talked about your daughter, but tell us more about it. How's been the impact on yourself, on your loved ones, on people who have seen you after some time? What is the impact? How do people see you now?
People have started looking at me in a very different way. They want to be getting into a mode where I got into. So they also want to get into this mode. With my daughter and my family, the relation is like, my wife says कि तुम पहले जैसे होने शुरू हो गए हो. And she tells my daughter कि तुमने उनको देखा नहीं था, इसलिए तुम्हें नहीं पता था. He was a slim guy. He was an athlete, and you are seeing him now. He's turning into that again. And my daughter is like, wow, ये मुझे तो ऐसे ही चाहिए. But I cannot change him. I want him to be even, like what he was, fluffy, and even in a right structure and right shape. So, and this time when I went to her, college ceremony, she took me there, and she was telling, this is my dad, and introducing, and people want to know कि क्या ऐसा change कर रहे हो आपकी, you have, such a young guy kind of, and they don't understand that I'm in 50s. So the HOD actually commented कि what is the difference between daughter and your age? I said, must be about 25. She's seriously? I said, yeah. You don't look like that. It looks like 18 or 20 years only. I said, yeah. I mean, that's a big difference.
And all that has come on full tummy, right? It's not like that you are dieting or some.
No. Okay, I'll give you a comment which I got from my boss. कितना खाते हो यार नवीन? साला तुम क्या कर रहे हो? इतना खाने से कोई वजन घटता है क्या? इतना खाने से कोई शेप कम होता है क्या? I said, boss, ठीक से खाओ, ध्यान से खाओ, दिल से खाओ, तो वजन घटेगा, शेप भी आएगा. ये आप खाना वाना छोड़ देने से कुछ नहीं होता है. Dieting means you are losing yourself. So don't lose, don't starve yourself. Eat right, eat the things which are good for you. I don't feel starving is something which is required. You don't have to starve to get into good shape. You have to eat well, you have to eat in a right sequence. And yes, this is the best part of the program, sequencing.
Correct.
So sequencing is something which I learned from this program.
Correct. And that is my next question to you, actually, Naveen. Want to hear from you. What did you like the most? There are so many things in the program, small things that we had. But I want to hear from you, your personal take. What did you like the most in the program?
See, this I would not call it as a program, Vinith. I mean, we may not agree on this, but I'll tell you, it's a process. So program ends. This doesn't end. It's a process. And the best part of this process is the baby steps. The small steps you take. So small steps, you can actually sustain it. And that's the best part of this process. The other thing which support in this is you have a goodie box system. So whatever you do every day good, you write it, store it. And whenever you feel low or you're not meeting the requirements, just have a look at it. Oh, yes, this is me. Yeah. I mean, I'm so good. So what is happening to me? Why not to get back? So that is what brings you back into things. The other part is you have accountability partners like the pals. So if you feel that you're feeling low, talk to your pal. Then we have the weekly calls where you review. So you're getting ready कि यार ये weekly test जैसा है. How prepared you are. And I always felt that to be a good performer, you have to ensure that you don't miss out the timeline and don't skip the process. There are nothing like shortcut in this life. If you take shortcuts, you cut short your life, and that's not what I want. So follow the process and be with that, religiously do it. Results are there. It will show up. You don't have to ask people. People will tell you automatically, and that's what is happening with me. So these are few things which I definitely wanted to say. And then the follow up. Dipti has been doing great job. तुम्हारी ये रिपोर्ट आई नहीं है तो आनी चाहिए. तो I was wondering कि यार मैं ऐसा आदमी तो हूँ नहीं कि miss out कैसे. But yes, when you're bogged down with things, you might. But then you don't get the time to miss out things. So this is best part of this process कि अगर आप भूल भी जाते हैं तो there is somebody who is actually checking on it and getting it back you on the track. So that's the best part.
That's amazing to hear. Let me ask this to you, Naveen. If you have to rate this program on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, how much you would rate this process, not program? How much you would rate this process and why?
If you have anything above 10, I'll rate that. So 10 is something which I'll not say is there. It's more than 10. And why? As I said, it brings changes in your lifestyle. The lifestyle, what you really want to. And also changes your thoughts. It gives you knowledge. You really understand why you're doing it, what are the outcomes that you see, and you actually plan it. And following that plan itself is a great achievement. So that's something which changed, habit forming, and also understanding your lifestyle. So things would have gone because of certain reasons in a different way. But once you get into this process, you have now, I have now actually got into a scenario where आई फील कि यार ये तो मुझे करना ही चाहिए. एंड ये लोग क्यों नहीं कर रहे, इनको भी करना चाहिए. सो और उनको हम जोर से नहीं बोल सकते हैं, उनको हम अपने आप को दिखा के बताते हैं कि ऐसा करने से अच्छा हो सकता है. और ये देखो, आई मीन मुझे कोई और एग्जांपल नहीं देना, मैं खुद ही बोल रहा हूँ. अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ और मैं रिजल्ट्स दिखा रहा हूँ तो मुझे देखिए एंड फॉलो करिए. और आज सुबह की बात है, आई मीन टुडे मॉर्निंग आल्सो आई हैड डिस्कशन विद आवर सीईओ एंड ही सेड तुमने क्या शुरू किया यार, एवरीबडी वांट्स टू डू समथिंग ऑन द हेल्थ. I said, yes, boss, this is what it is. And I want you also to move into this scenario where we are healthy, we will be growing. So this is what it is. And let the retirement age be, revised to from 60 to 65 and maybe 70.
Awesome. Hearing you, it kind of gives me the joy and happiness, and I can just sense it.
Same here, Vinith. I mean, really enjoyed, talking to you. I actually miss now, the weekly calls. Because उसमें वो एक booster होता था हमारे लिए. You're prepared and you want to really enjoy that. The feel is there,
And you are always on the top, Naveen. You are always on the top. In the dashboard.
I always believe,
Yeah, you were the topper of the batch. If I have to give you the gold medal, you were the gold medalist of the batch. Lastly, tell us, Naveen, if someone is watching it first time, okay, and maybe they are not very sure whether this will work, or they are in some kind of dilemma whether this is right for them. Maybe many of them have tried multiple programs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so many programs. People have taken protein shakes, supplements. So much is there in the commercial world. What is your message to a person like that?
Okay. My first thing is, very clear message is, you've done so many trials. Don't do a trial. Go for it. It will work. I've done trials. I've done multiple trials and it didn't work very well. But with this process, as I mentioned, February is my trigger date and then the 10-week program. It has worked and I can definitely vouch for it. And somebody wants to talk to me directly, I'm willing to talk about it and convey it. So you can bet on it and it works, is what I'll say. Don't try it out, go for it. There's nothing as a trial, You might be spending a lot of money in doing a lot of odd things. Spend this money on yourself, change your lifestyle, and it will work. This is what this process is. It's definitely going to give you results, and you will be able to see results by yourself. You just need an accountability partner, a person, a coach like Vineet, who will definitely ensure that the results are going to be. And I'm saying this because I'm there and I can see things have changed for myself. You can also see this thing very clearly visible with my previous photographs and today's photographs. And maybe after 2 weeks you'll see me still changing into uh, slimmer body and higher endurance, more energy. That's it. So go for it, and definitely go for it. I mean, there's no thought for it. You don't have to think over it. It's like, हाँ यही होगा, यही चलने वाला है.
Oh, that was a really powerful message from you, Naveen. And what do I talk about you? I think you are an HX star. You were the gold medalist of the batch, and you took action. You got the results. You are the role model. You are. We talk in the community about code of honor and being a role model and not preaching and leading with the results. And I think you are doing that now. It is no more talks. You are living that life of being a role
Yes.
model, wherein people come to you and they ask you, how did you do that, right? Because you have done it. So I'm so happy to host you on this HEX Star interview, and I really enjoyed you to work with you and get you the results, and I wish you all the best from my side.
Thank you so much, Vineet. It has been a pleasure talking to you, and I really wanted to talk out from my heart. So that's what I wanted to convey to people. This matters. This gives you happiness. This you'll get after 30 years of your studies. You don't get this in daily life. So this is also an achievement. And this is what it is. It's been a great time with you, Vineet, and I think we'll continue with this throughout my life. I'll not let you down. That's my commitment.
Wishing you all the best and keep being the role model, keep
Sure.
inspiring people, and yes, keep being the brand ambassador of the program, of the mission that we have, which is impacting 10,000 people's life. Once
Thank you.
again, thank you, and it was a pleasure hosting you.
Thank you, Vinit. Amazing.